Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again today. If you are new to my channel and this is your first time, I am Ndalenga and I am the founder of There Is Still Hope. Welcome to my channel, and if you are new, please do subscribe and become part of the family. Well, we're talking about mental health, and we're talking about mental health in relationships. We are not only talking about women, we're also talking about men, because both men and women can be in a healthy or an unhealthy relationships. Well, Mental explain to us the healthy relationship, what it entails, and an unhealthy relationships, as well as the effect it does on mental health. Up next, we're going to look at the long-term effects of remaining in an unhealthy relationship. See you after the break. What are the long-term effects of remaining in an unhealthy relationship in terms of mental health?
The long-term effects, which are so difficult sometimes now to fix because they were developing over a period of time. They might have gone too far. It might take long to fix it. Some of them are maybe not fixable, but in terms of mental health, one can be falling into mental disorders called depression. Yeah, just because you have been in this very stressful relationship which was draining you for a long time and you did not look for help, it might be by the time the relationship become unbearable, the symptoms or the pressure has gone too far that you are now in full-blown depression. That will be the long-term effect. It can also lead to anxiety, where like you are fearing for anything, like I said, intimidating relationship, manipulative relationship creates fear or anxiety in a person, to the extent that maybe then if you move to the next relationship, you have got that fear of what you went through, or you have lost your confidence, and every time you stand, for example, you stand in front of people, you develop anxiety because that's the trauma which you went through. So it might get into anxiety. To some extent, it will also go to symptoms like what we call psychosis. When you pass depression, it goes to a condition which is called psychosis, or even bipolar. So whereby you start now withdrawing yourself, not taking care of yourself, seeing funny things or hearing funny things. Now you have passed the stage of depression. You have gone into what we call depressive psychosis, for example. So the symptoms of mental illness are now clearly out. You are now busy displaying them. So, and like I said, that's the reason why I'm saying it may take long now to fix, because you will require now a long-term treatment. Doctors will not just stop you like that. Once you are now in a full-blown depression, they will put you on a medication for a certain time until they see that you are now fine to be removed. But if it has gone, it might be that it has gone very far that if they decide to stop you from medication, the symptoms will come back. So you may find yourself on medication for the rest of your life, on depression, or maybe that time is now even schizophrenia or bipolar mood disorders, depending on what area of the brain which is affected by the traumatic relationship you have gone through. So it might get into bipolar, it might get into schizophrenia, it might get into depression. So, and it might be difficult now to fix.
Wow. Listening to what you just said right now, looking at the long-term effects, How can one get out of an unhealthy relationship?
Getting out of an unhealthy relationship, the first thing I think you need to do is to recognize that the relationship where I am is not healthy. Because it makes me feel this and this and this and this. Like I said, it makes me feel worthless. It makes me feel rejected. It does not give me a peace of mind. It makes me maybe feel sad, rejected, isolated. All those unpleasant feelings which you are experiencing in the relationship. That's what you need to recognize first. And then from there you have to bring it to the attention of your partner, that I'm not feeling okay because of this. Maybe you have been talking about it and there is no changes because of this and this and this and this. I'm really not feeling good in this relationship and we need to do something. So if your partner is willing to change, you have to agree that this is really a problem in our relationship. Maybe we are not communicating, or we don't trust each other, or we don't respect each other. We need to do something. We have to change. All of you have to agree. Your partner must also agree to change. If the partner does not see it the way you see it, and he's not interested in changing, then you are sitting with a problem. So you have to look now for outside help. It might not be easy to come out, but you need to take a step. Like if you agree, then to fix, but not to move out. You all recognize there's a problem and you need to fix it. So they say sometimes it's now so difficult, especially if it involved the abuse to a certain extent, or if one partner is now not really into it, it might be difficult. But to find help somewhere where you can be assisted to stand up, it's there. So there are two things. You can be helped to fix it, or you can be helped to move out. But if you decide then to move out, you have to find ways also now to go and cope when you move out. Because there might be a big damage which you have done, which have already occurred in your mental health. So you may not survive on your own to restart again. You might need someone to redirect you, a professional, somebody who will look then what contributed to your unhealthy relationships and what damage did it do to you. Because you will be fixed now in two ways. If you decided to stay and fix, they will look what contributed to the unhealthy relationship and what damage did it do already now, either to both of you or to you alone who wants to move out. So then they will then assist you how to restart again.
Perhaps even to what extent the damage was done.
Yes.
Well, we're talking about mental health in romantic relationships. Stay tuned. The last question that I have for you. Say for example, someone is listening to you right now and they are saying, well, I am actually that person that you're explaining. I've lost myself. I'm no longer the person I used to be. I'm no longer a happy person. I'm no longer a joyous person. I have lost focus. I'm no longer a goal-oriented person. I'm literally gone. I can't recognize myself anymore. And this person have decided, I'm coming out of this, but where do I start? How do you find yourself again after an unhealthy relationship?
Of course, as I said earlier, you may not be able to do it on your own. You might need a professional help, be it a psychologist, maybe if you have gone now to another level of mental disorder, a psychiatrist or a doctor or anyone or any counselor, psychological counselor who will really assist you. So you need to relook at your life. You have to relook at what went down in the previous relationship, because that's where you will start with your fixing. So and then you have learned from whatever happened. Now you want to do it now in a correct way. Maybe you were even mentally immature But now that we have gone through this, you know where you went wrong, or how did it all happen. So now we have to remedy now the situation, starting by finding your personal goals. But they are telling us we should first know ourselves. If you didn't know yourself before, try to find ways to know yourself, because sometimes the how we know ourselves is not exactly the how we are. So sometimes you may think I know myself, but you don't know yourself. Find also professional help to just help to rediscover yourself, to know yourself. This is who I am. This is my personality. Because the reason why you also need to do that is you don't even know what contributed to your unhealthy relationship, because you might be part of it. You might be one of the causes. Sometimes you might not know that it was because of maybe my personality that our relationship went an unhealthy way. Examining yourself will also help you to rediscover yourself. And of course, you must also know now, what do you want in life? What are your personal goals? What do you want to focus in? What is that which disturbs your peace of mind, which you have to avoid? Should you have another relationship, you should be able now to know, this is what I want, and if I cannot get it, then I will not allow this relationship. The information we are giving here today is not all in all. So viewers can still find out more, but that's the basics. You need to know what you want in life. You need to set up the boundary that if this is not happening to me, then I will not allow it, because it can damage my mind, and I don't want to allow that. You should also have your personal development. So knowing yourself is one thing, but developing yourself also is also very, very important. It will help you to protect you against damages from outside or from other people. So some of the things which you really need to do now in your journey to restart again. Focus on your personal goals. Like sometimes, especially with ladies, they abandon their goals in life in order to satisfy a relationship. So you leave your study, for you to go and stay with a man, and then your focus is no longer there, or you have your income and you are just spending it in a relationship while you wanted to become to have your masters in your study, but you sacrifice your personal goals. So you need to be able to focus. That time is now time of refocusing your life, so that you can find yourself again and fix all the damage which was done by the relationship in all the way the damage was done, because the help is there. Can get it. Yes.
Well guys, the information is given to you. What is a healthy relationship? What is an unhealthy relationship? We're not here to make decisions for anybody. But if you are finding yourself in a toxic relationship, one that is breaking you down, one that is not bringing out the best out of you, the choice is still yours. But you have also learned about the long-term effects that could actually stick with you for life. Mental health in romantic relationships. What advice do you have for someone who might be finding themselves in an unhealthy relationship?
The advice I will have is, first of all, examine your relationship, especially if it makes you uncomfortable. If it takes away your peace of mind. Please examine it and really check the little components of your relationship, because you may not know what I'm going through is unhealthy. Like we have got our cultures, the values and the norms of our societies, which are sometimes just making us to believe things, but in reality, your mind is suffering. And the mind does not make a mistake. When your mind or your body is not feeling good, it will come out. It will tell you one time that now I had it and I cannot take it. The symptoms will come out by themselves. You don't need even to examine or to do what. The symptoms will come out by themselves. So know that I'm in an unhealthy relationship. I am not happy. I don't have peace of mind. I'm uncomfortable. I'm not myself. but mostly your happiness.
Mm.
Let no one tamper with your happiness
Yeah.
in a relationship. And once you recognize that, please do something about it. Do not keep quiet, because the long-term effects may be difficult to reverse or to fix. That's the emphasis I want to say. Your body will always report what is not good after some time, and maybe the damage has gone too far, which will be difficult to fix. Yes.
Well, I just want to take this time to say thank you so much for joining me again today. We have actually come to the end of this episode. I must say that it's an interesting one. I, for one, has learned quite a lot, and I am just praying that my viewers has also learned a lot, especially those who are in unhealthy relationships. Well, guys, if this is your first time and you are not a subscriber yet, please do subscribe and become part of the family. Till next time, and to my next episode, it's bye bye from us.